What's poppin' YouTube? Happy Saturday, back again with another video. Today, instead of talking about players or what exactly we're doing with our fantasy football teams, I wanted to talk a little bit more about strategy. Now, that was a terrible intro, so I hope you continue to stay after that terrible intro, and I'm going to keep it in because we're vibing. I think we as a Dynasty Fantasy community are undervaluing running backs. Now, are we getting smarter in the way that we're evaluating running backs? Yes. Do we understand that we have to draft and get a running back on a rookie deal to even have any sort of production, elite level production? Yes. But does that mean that we need to completely rule off and just be waiver wire trying to add running backs, especially when we're playing in Dynasty Fantasy Football where there's 24 to 30 roster spots? The waiver wire can get slim. Yes, you might be able to get Kenyon Drake for 1 week, but is that really how you want to run your Dynasty Fantasy Football rosters? Now, I know there's been a ton of high scores last few years. We had Travis Kelce and Devontae Adams last year alongside Justin Jefferson. The year before, you had Cooper Kupp. The year before that, you had Michael Thomas. Wide receivers have just been absolutely dominating the fantasy football ranks, especially as we go to more formats like points per game, PPR, and things along that nature. But should we be zigging while all the others are zagging? Is that even the right phrase? I don't know. But I think we need to really consider, can you build a hero, not a hero RB, but just an utmost running back, robust running back RB build? Now, I know the fantasy football counselor, there's a lot of people that hate him out there in the fantasy community, but I will say this. It might be time that we consider a lot of these players a buy. So before we dive in, think about this. You have Bijan Robinson at 9 on Keep Trade Cut, 15 Brees Hall, Jonathan Taylor at 17, Ken Walker at 19, and Christian McCaffrey at 24. So you only have the top 5 running backs and the top 30 super flex rankings at Keep Trade Cut. We've talked about in previous videos, there's a little bit of animosity towards Keep Trade Cut, but we're just using this because this is the best ADP that we have. Let's talk about running backs that have high ceilings and high floors that are going later than that. So we have Saquon Barkley, Travis Etienne, Josh Jacobs, Jahmyr Gibbs, still to be seen. Tony Pollard feels a little high. Najee Harris feels a little high. But then we kind of get to these utmost running backs that are in this, older tier, but are valuable production, like an Austin Eckler, a Nick Chubb, a Derrick Henry. No one's trying to buy these assets. I want everyone to realize right now that the fact that Nick Chubb is at 63, J.K. Dobbins is at 82, like Derrick Henry at 89, like I feel like you could even get that's just even higher for Derrick Henry. I think we need to really consider, is this the time to start buying running backs? And I know Derrick Henry might have one great year, but if you're talking about people that are behind him or even other running backs are behind him, Derrick Henry or Zach Charbonnet, who's a more for sure bet for next season? Derrick Henry. And we play in 1, 2, 3 year windows. So even if you're rebuilding, and this might sound like terrible advice, but if you have a late round pick, you have an early second round pick, see what you can do to get Derrick Henry on your squad. Because the thing is, even if Derrick Henry is old and is getting washed like Zeke, the moment he puts up an 18, 20 point game in the season, you're going to be able to ship him off for a profit and or ride him all the way up to a championship. So should we be considering adding more running backs to our rosters? I would agree so. So my challenge for you this week and for today is to really think about who are some rosters in my league that love young upcoming wide receivers that maybe haven't shown the full potential. We're talking like the Sky Moores, the Kadarius Tonys, and seeing what you can do to flip those assets on your team for running backs that are going to add depth. And even though they might not be the sexiest player that they once were, and running back might not be the most sexy supermodel at the store anymore, I encourage you to go look and see what running backs you can buy in the coming weeks. So appreciate you tuning into the video today, and I'll check you guys on the next one. Talk to you soon. Bye.